I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. To keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's get it together, Pete. Check 9, check 9.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, Deal. Watch the safety creep.
Now Peterson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And that's off the mark, incomplete. DeAndre Baker, the first corner chosen in this year's draft, there to make the play defensively.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They go play action now. Haskins. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kareem Martin with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Golden Tate. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. 54. Mike, 54. I got it.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, Peterson. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
31's the mark. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Now Jones operating from the gun. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Giants! Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Play action. Haskins. Out to the left. It's complete to Dykson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And the Redskin 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Peterson, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, Alpha.
From the 27, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Jones now from the gun on third down. Looking deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play for the Giants on third down. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And this is Latimer, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Jones. And Latimer's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
First and 10.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Get.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Go.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Smooth.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming for you, son.
Off play action. Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Kill, kill, kill.
Throwing Jones. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Wayne Goldman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September.
Check 99. Check 99.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 21-yard line.
Here we go. He left the flag. 59. Exit, exit. Check, what? Check, 6.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That'll be caught right side by Reed. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins looking for his tight end Reed, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Protein spill.
No.
Ready?
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, they're going to Gallman here on the screen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
49, check 49, check 49.
Here's Gallman. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
I got you, punk. Hey, switch gears.
On the toss, there goes Gallman. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Wayne Gallman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, Can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Gain of 9 yards. First down, Redskins.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Middle of the field, he's got McClellan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I'm coming after you.
The drive begins with a handoff to Goldman. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Mine's 54.
Gallman will run it. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Here we go. 30 base.
54. Yo.
They start on the ground with Gallman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, seam 6.
54, right there. 50.
Get it.
2nd and 5. And that's incomplete. Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Jonathan Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. Check 13. Check 13. Check. Check hot route.
They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They run again on 1st down. Peterson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. That last run good enough to have him surpass for his career. Get this, folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Haskins on 3rd down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Time to end it. Pick up the ball. You got 3. You got 10 right there. Check. Switch.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They go play action with Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready. 10-2, sir.
Watch the run. They're running it. Under 10.
General West. Now.
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now Gallman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Let's get that ball.
Ready.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Into the Redskins' head, and they do.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Complete. It's a rookie from Ohio State, Terry McLaurin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
In your face.
Now Haskins on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Check. Lucky.
On play action, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Third down, here's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Watch twins.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They go play action now. Haskins, rush coming, and he's taken down. Alec Ogletree. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Second down, Haskins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
Yeah, in the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed.
Down. 18 Gator.
54 Mike.
Watch the slip. Rock it. Watch the shot.
Now a toss. This is Gallman. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
The Giants on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. This is Gallman. Room past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's Jones from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go. Time to end this. It's our time. Alert 3. Alert 3. 22, check, over. 22, check, he's on.
Play action. Haskins. Caught on the right side. Reed. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
31's the mic. Go on.
Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Check. Let's go.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now from Baltimore. The Browns, they've scored again, extending their lead. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Here we go with Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
And the Redskins first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Hand off to Thompson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now is Haskins. Out to the left here to Reed. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Single.
Haskins to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Haskins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
You can't stop me.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are close to finishing off this football game. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Giants, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.